wanted to highlight because long arms, this is just a rule of thumb. Long arms hurt. They hurt your feelings, they hurt your chest, they hurt your back because you end up on it. If you're a young defensive end, learn how to rush it at a severe angle. Learn how to work everything off a lawnmower into the chest until they prove they can knock it off. And then you'll figure out what hand they commit to knocking it off. If these guys are playing high, if you can get them to turn early, if you can get them to square to the sideline, learn to work a long arm. Become a long arm. You can swipe the outside hand, flip your hips around. You can bull. You can use it to rip underneath. There's so many things you can do, but it just hurts the feelings of offensive linemen because eventually what happens is you end up on your back. And again, Jadeveon Clowney is not an exalted pass rusher, but he's got that stiff arm right in the chest. And now Joe's again running for his life, makes a great play. Empty set, 3x2. Quick ball, get rid of it. This is what the Bengals offense becomes, and they can do it because they have the personnel that they do. It'll be interesting to see later on as they evolve if they can get better at pass protection. And listen, this is going to be part of anybody's offense. That's not what I'm saying, but they're doing this maybe more than anybody right now because they are worried about that quarterback getting hit. Good pocket protection. I love this. It's kind of I remember why I brought this in. Myles Garrett. Left guard now feels like, it's time. Get the shot on him. Man, you better, if you're going to get the long arm push and everything, hit him with your helmet. Give him everything you got. Try to knock him down. Don't leave him in a position where he just bounces up and down and doesn't even really think about you being there. Great play by Joe Burrow here. So you're going to see a little bit of pressure from both sides. And again, like these are two good tackles, two good defensive ends. Myles Garrett's arguably the best rusher in the league, or complete defensive, most complete defensive end in the league. And so this is going to happen, right? And they even leave the tight end in, and they're splitting the tight end wider so you can get a hand on him earlier. And you see we have, I think this might be Mixon here, out here to get a chip on this defensive end. So we're doing, even though we're going empty, we're doing everything we can to slow down the rush of those two defensive ends, right? Because we're talking about wide now, right? So you got two guys touch. But Myles Garrett just comes in straight bull, right into the pocket, right into the lap of, or the backside of Joe. I want to show this. Now, for running backs, if you're in the running back room and you come over and you watch film with offensive linemen and the right tackle's having a day, not a good day, and you're supposed to chip out, and this is what you add to the party. I mean, you forearm him in the back on the way by. You're not going to lunch with us. Wherever we're going to lunch, usually we invite you. We're not inviting you anymore. You're disinvited. That's terrible. Double wide 3 look here. And again, this is technique stuff. You start talking about why are these guys struggling? I've said this for multiple years now with whatever's going on the practice fields over there. They're not working a lot on technique. You look at the left tackle here, and we're not picking on they're NFL players. Their technique's not what it should be, and it's preventing them from being what they could be. Okay. So right here, he's in a position, his hands are late because he's late because of the way that he gets in his stance and the way he sets and the way he turns. He's put himself in a position where Myles Garrett is in complete control now. He can try to rip this through or he can spin back underneath. Spins back underneath, you're on your backside. So a spin throws you. If a spin throws you, that tells me that you're shoulder to chest again instead of punching extended. You have no place to recover. That backside elbow swings through and you have bad momentum. So it's a footwork issue. It's a timing issue with your punch. These are things that you have to become a master at in order to be good and the right people to protect one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the National Football League. When you're in this position, it's inevitable bad things are going to happen. And so it's not just the plays where Joe gets hit, it's all the plays that accumulate in the back of your brain when it's third down again. You're looking over there and going, oh, here he is again. Joe Burrow's an amazing player. This is why I say he's a magician. He gets hit on this play. He ends up on the ground, and he throws a casual touchdown. Miles slips, ends up knocking him on his backside, knocks Joe to the ground, still makes the play. The quarterback is really good. And I think as you see this, because a lot of talk has been about, well, who's responsible? And it's always a team effort, right? Our receivers running the right routes? Is he having to hold the ball longer than he wants to? Certainly, they don't call plays that take 3, 4, 5 seconds. Bad things happen during plays, but there's a lot of stuff in here where I think just from a technical standpoint, you're losing almost pre-snap. See the twist? Get the penetration on the left guard. He's on the move again. And then, listen, life is going bad when you give up a sack. When you give up a sack on a screen pass. And I think this is Alex Kappa, and he's a vet. And he's done this a million times. He's a good player. But that's all he gives the defensive tackle. He gives him a push through. And right about here, he realizes that he counted poorly. Screens in an offensive lineman's mind go something like this. Ready, set, hut. 1001, 1002, go. Or 1001, 1002, 1000, go. Depending, or 1001, 1002, get the hell out of there. It's never push the guy by and run. That's unless it's those, new school quick screens. This is for running back screens. Play side lineman has to identify who the if there's a man linebacker on, has to go attack him. Otherwise, attack him flat. Second guy is his personal protector. Third guy is kind of cleaning up the mess. So right now, Alex Kappa realizes I might have counted poorly. Because of that, Joe can't step up. Miles gets I think this is 2.5 sacks in the game. A couple here with 99.